Hello, I'm Rebecca Turner with the Office of Special Education and Early Learning. Welcome to the 11th presentation of our series on effective strategies for students with disabilities for new special education teachers. In this presentation, we will discuss ways to engage learners and decrease challenging behaviors in the classroom. High leverage practices, or HLPs, are a set of 22 instructional strategies that have been shown to maximize outcomes to students with disabilities. HLP 18 is using strategies to promote active student engagement and suggests that teachers can promote active student engagement by building relationships with students, using a variety of strategies, and actively monitoring and providing specific feedback for engagement. Linked on the slide is a video for HLP 18 that provides some ways to promote student engagement. So why is it important for us to consider student engagement and participation as proactive strategies to prevent challenging behaviors? Here's a simple way to think about it. Student engagement is a key factor in promoting positive behavior and academic success. Low engagement can lead to frustration and disruptive behavior, while increased engagement fosters a more focused and productive learning environment. When students are actively involved, interested, and supported, they are less likely to act out and more likely to experience academic growth. So, engagement goes beyond keeping students occupied. It's about making learning meaningful, relevant, and accessible. Now that we know why it's important to plan for engagement in your classroom purposefully, let's look at 5 strategies that you can start using right away. These include student choice, differentiation, positive relationships, student interest, and active participation. When students have a say in their learning, they feel more invested and less resistant. Student choice gives them a sense of control, which is especially important for students who may need additional supports to be successful in general education settings. Here are a few practical examples of how you can incorporate choice into your classroom. Choice of task or format. Let students choose whether to write, draw, record a video, or use a graphic organizer to show what they've learned. Choice of seating or work area. Allow students to work at a desk, on the floor with a clipboard, or in a quiet corner. Choose a partner or group. Give students the option to work alone, with a peer, or in a small group. Choice of materials. Offer different tools such as colored pencils, digital devices, or manipulatives so that students can select what works best for them. Choice of order. Let students decide the order in which they complete tasks during classroom work or center rotations. Choices don't have to be big or complicated. Even small decisions can make students feel respected and capable, which leads to better behavior and stronger engagement. Differentiation is a strategy that's essential in special education and effective for increasing engagement. It means adjusting instruction to meet the diverse needs of your students. It's not about creating separate lessons for everyone, but rather offering multiple pathways to success. You can differentiate in your classroom by adjusting the content, process, product, and supports provided. Here are a few ways to differentiate in your classroom. By content, adjust the complexity of the material. For example, provide leveled text or scaffolded vocabulary for a reading assignment. By process, change how students engage with the material. Some may benefit from hands-on activities, while others prefer visual supports or guided practice. By product, let students show what they've learned in different ways through a poster, written response, a video, or a model. By support, provide additional tools like sentence starters, graphic organizers, or peer support to help students access the task. Differentiation isn't just about making things easier, it's about making learning possible and meaningful for every student. And when students feel successful, they're far more likely to stay engaged and less likely to display challenging behavior. Students are more likely to engage and less likely to act out when they feel safe, respected, and connected to the adults in their environment. This is especially true for students with disabilities, who may have experienced frustration or exclusion in previous settings. Here's a few ways to build those relationships. Learn about their interests, strengths, and challenges, and show that you care. Use affirming language and celebrate those small successes. Be consistent and fair. Predictability builds trust. When students know that you're in their corner, they're more willing to take risks, try new things, and stay engaged, even when learning is hard. When learning connects to what students care about, it becomes more meaningful, and that leads to better engagement and fewer behavior challenges. This doesn't mean every lesson has to be about superheroes or video games. It means finding ways to link academic content to what excites your students. Some of the ways you can do this are by using a student's favorite animal in a math word problem, letting students research a topic they're passionate about for a writing assignment, incorporating music, sports, or pop culture references into lessons. Finally, let's look at active participation. This strategy is all about keeping students engaged in the moment, physically, mentally, and socially. When students are actively engaged, they're less likely to disengage or display challenging behavior. Passive listening doesn't work for most learners, especially those with attention or sensory needs. There are many ways to promote active participation, such as offering a variety of ways to respond, like using response cards, whiteboards, or hand signals during instruction, incorporating movement breaks and purposely planning hands-on activities, using interactive technology to gamify learning content, and encouraging peer collaboration through small group or cooperative learning tasks. The goal is to make learning dynamic and inclusive so that every student has a way to contribute. An example of active participation is through opportunities to respond, or OTRs. There are many OTRs that can be helpful and easy ways to boost engagement and participation. Take this time to pause this video and click on the link at the bottom of your screen to access the Cybers Video Exploration activity. You'll find 4 video options with elementary OTR examples and 4 video options with secondary OTR examples. Choose a few to watch independently and think about how you would apply the strategy in your classroom. You don't have to do everything at once. Start small by trying one new strategy this week and observe how your students respond. Talk with colleagues about what's working. Engagement is a skill that you build over time, and every step you take helps prevent behavior issues before they start. Remember, engagement is one of your most effective tools for preventing challenging behavior. By creating meaningful, inclusive learning experiences, you can address potential issues before they arise. For additional information, please see the resources available here. For any questions, please contact me, Rebecca Turner. I can be reached at 502-564-4970, extension 4164, or by email at rebecca.turner@education.ky.gov. Thank you for watching this presentation on preventing challenging behavior through engagement.